Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Millionaire Mindset Mornings, where every morning in the month of September, I am coming to you live with some tips and strategies to help you grow in your side hustle as well as in your business. This week, we have been focusing on protecting your mindset from dream killers. Yes. And today's topic is we're going to be talking about the comeback clap back, how to turn criticism into fuel, because you can let criticism crush you, or you can let criticism catapult you to your next level. And my goal is that you will let the criticism be your gas and not your glass ceiling. Okay. So before we get into it, let me do my quick social media checks to make sure we are good on all ends. And then I am going to get into it. Basically, what I do is I usually will share with you 3 points that will help you out in your business. And then I have a millionaire mindset action step for you to take to actually execute in your business and help you go and grow to your next level. Okay. So it looks like we're good on all ends. So we're going to get into today's topic, how we're going to turn criticism into fuel. All right. So consider criticism like a free coaching session. Okay. Just thank that hater, thank whoever said it, and go ahead and level up. All right. This is just a criticism, can be a free coaching session where they're giving you feedback. So that leads me into my first point that I want to make is that criticism is data and not your destiny. Let me say that again. Criticism only is providing you with data. That does not mean that it's your destiny. So let me put that point on the screen, and then we're going to break it down and get more into it in just a moment. Okay. So point one, criticism is data, not your destiny. All right. So let's see, it's taking a minute. All right. So now it should be on the screen for y'all. All right. So sometimes the criticism can be its feedback. All right. And this feedback you can use to help you grow and be better. All right. And all right. Hopefully y'all are seeing me and hearing me. I don't know why. Every time I get on, it's like the internet decides to try to go out on me. But anyway, I was just on point number one, where the criticism is your data and it's not your destiny. So I was saying that you can take that feedback and use it. All right. If it's shade, please don't absorb the shade. Okay. Take the feedback and see what you can use it to make yourself better, to help yourself grow. All right. You got to learn how to separate someone who is being helpful, who is providing you with a helpful critique, versus the hater who is only providing you with a whole bunch of noise. Okay. All right. So separate the helpful critique from the hateful hater that is just giving you a whole bunch of noise. All right. And use this as data. So every hater, or most haters, it can be used as free market research, all right, that you can use, all right? So don't take it personally, don't absorb it. It is not your destiny. Michael Jordan is a good example of this. Like, can y'all believe as talented as Michael Jordan is, he was cut initially, I think from like his middle school or high school basketball team. I forget which one. And then he went on to be like the world's greatest basketball player. He took that criticism and used it as fuel, and it propelled him not only to his next level, he elevated the whole sport of basketball. Okay. So take that criticism and use it to propel you. All right. So just keep that in mind. The second point I'm going to make is oftentimes your haters, they are only highlighting your hot spots. All right. So usually when they're hating on something that you are already hot in, that you are already doing well in. So let me put point number 2 up. Haters highlights your hot spots. This is why I'm hot. your hot spots, and they just hating on that, okay? They will usually attack you where your greatness actually is scaring them, where it's intimidating them, where they don't feel so secure, okay? So typically if they're loud, that means you're doing something right. All right? That means you're doing something right. Be mindful of that. So sometimes people will hate on you or they'll say something about you, especially when you were younger in middle school or high school. Usually the thing that they were talking about, it wasn't because you did it badly or it looked badly or anything like that. They were hating because that was where you were hot. That was your hot spot, okay? So just be mindful of that, especially, excuse me, y'all, especially when the criticism starts attacking your character and not your content and what you're making, then you know they just hating and you're actually doing something right. That is a red flag, okay? That is an easy red flag. When they deviate from attacking what you're actually doing to actually attacking your character instead of the content and the things that you are creating, then you know that's the area where you're doing something right, okay? And this was a good example. If y'all saw that Dame Dash interview on The Breakfast Club, it was very hard to watch, but when Dame attacked them, he didn't attack what they were doing. He did personal character attacks. So when you can't stick to the point at hand, if you have valid critique over something that some people are doing and what they're building, what they're creating, if he had valid critique about the show and how they were carrying out and stuff like that, or how the show wasn't successful, I can get that. But when you start attacking people's character, that's when you know that the person is doing something right. And that's essentially what Dame did. He didn't attack their work, he didn't attack their content, he attacked their character. All right, so be mindful of that. When the topic of conversation changes to your character and they start critiquing that instead of critiquing what you're actually making and what you're actually building, then you know you are headed in the right direction, okay? And look at it as a red flag, okay? Because they're not fighting ideas, they're trying to fight with your identity. And that is only because your identity and who you are actually intimidates them, actually makes them feel insecure. It actually frightens them and scares them. They are terrified of you, okay? So your true markers of progress are when people start attacking who you are and not what you helped build. All right. So those can be true markers of success and progress. I mean, we don't want it to happen, but when it happens, when people start attacking who you are and they're not focused on what you're building, then you are moving and progressing in the right direction. You see it all the time on the news with the person who occupies the White House. He doesn't attack people's work quality, so to speak. He starts attacking their character. All right. And that's when you know the argument isn't valid. When you start attacking people's character and calling them, just like Dame Dash did, calling people stupid and all this kind of stuff. Like, no, all right. But anyway, we're going to move on from that point. Point 2 was haters will highlight your hot spots. Okay. The last and final point I have for you is you just need to let your success do the talking. Okay. That's how you help turn criticism into fuel. So let me put the last point up. Point number 3 is let success do the talking. So if you want to make a clap back to some of these haters, what you need are receipts. Okay, just show them your receipts. You don't need to make a verbal response. Just show them your receipts. Okay. So that is the best response. Show them what consistency actually looks like. Show them what hard work actually looks like, okay? There is no need to argue with them because your wins will actually whisper louder than your words ever will. So just show them the receipts. Show them what you're capable of doing, okay? Because all the haters are trying to do is attack you. and knock you off your square and keep you from moving in the direction that you need to go in. And we don't want you to do that in your business or with your side hustle, okay? So when that criticism comes, don't let it slow you down. Let it increase your grind so that you're grinding to the next level, okay? All right, so those were the 3 points that I had today. Our topic was turning criticism into fuel. The first point I made is that criticism is just data and is not your destiny. So use it as information. Point number 2 was that haters highlight your hot spots. We talked about they will usually attack you wherever they are feeling threatened by your greatness. So when they start attacking your character and not your content and what you're making and what you're building, you know you struck a nerve and you're probably moving in the right direction, and they are uncomfortable with the things that you are building, okay, and the ways that you are succeeding. And point number 3 was let success do the talking. You don't have to clap back at them, just show them receipts. So keep grinding, keep working, keep doing what you need to do to be successful in your business, and your receipts will speak much louder than anything you will say to that hater or that dream killer, I should say. Now, your millionaire mindset action step that I want you to take is this. I want you to take one piece of criticism that you have received and decide, is this fuel or is this trash? Because if it's fuel, if it's something that can help you, I need you to apply it to your business to help you grow and grow to the next level. Just like we used in the Michael Jordan example. It was fuel for him that he needs to get better. So he got in, he did what he was supposed to do and he got better. But if it's trash, if it's just noise, like they're talking noise, kind of like what happened when Dame Dash was saying all the things he was saying, or when, the other example we use, then that's just trash and you just ignore it. You don't pay any attention to it. And just like on the Breakfast Club, they really did not pay any attention to any of the mess that Dame was saying. So you just ignore it, okay? Because criticism, it is energy, but you decide if it powers you or if you're going to allow it to pull you down, all right? So that is all I have for now. I hope that you would tune in with me on tomorrow. Like I said, I do this every morning in the month of September at 8 a.m. And hopefully it's helping you to grow and become better than in your business. So if you have not seen any of the other videos, I encourage you to catch the replays because they are up. And you definitely don't want to miss out on those. All right. So with that being said, tune in tomorrow, day 21. And how to get critics, okay? But until then, I want you to drop a fire emoji in the chat if you ever had to turn somebody's shade into your shine. All right, take care. Have a wonderful day, guys.